Rest easy, friend. You there! Didn't get enough of me while fighting the recollection in Grotwood, hmm? No time to catch up, though, friend. I have injured people here and more still in the village of Ostermere. How about we get them out safely before the ground shakes again? Greenspeaker Sorrelin sent me a letter, asked me to meet her here. After I arrived, the ground rumbled like an angry timber mammoth. Whole buildings collapsed, trapping people. When the new forest appeared, it damaged the village. This may end it. Apparently, a few months back, what was once rolling hills and rich Colovian farmland was suddenly engulfed by this great forest. Look, help me rescue more Ostermere survivors. Then we can find Sorrelin. I can toss you some coin for your efforts. Inside the village, listen for any calls for help. People could be buried under rubble or trapped inside collapsed buildings. Just watch out for the strange beasts. They appeared after the ground shook. And keep an eye out for Greenspeaker Sorrelin. It's a typical Colovian village, or rather, it was, known for fishing and trade. As I understand it, when this forest sprang up a few months ago, it caused massive damage and drove the villagers away. They were starting to return when this happened. Very. And this new forest, it's like Valenwood jumped the river and spread here. I remember when Ostermere was founded. Someone else thought it was a prelude to invasion, but a fishing settlement posed no threats and cooler heads prevailed. That's one of the things I'm looking into. Something caused this forest to grow rapidly, so I suspect some sort of magic was involved. From the growth pattern, I'd guess that this stretch of land along the river was where the new growth originated. I'd rather not speculate. Wood Elf magic can speed and direct growth, but not on this scale. And not so wild and untamed that it destroys whole villages. Still, I plan to look into all that. Later, after we help these people. Questions are all well and good, but we have people to save. No clue at all. Her letter was quite short. I don't know. That's what the Wood Elves who settled here after the forest appeared call their city. It's north of here. Anyway, she could have come to Ostermere for the Aeliad ruins. That's how we met. I love all sorts of history while she studies Aeliads. The culture and history of those ancient elves. I'm worried about her too, friend. But Sorrelin is no delicate. I've tried to stay retired from adventuring, but recent events just pulled me back in. Something about the recollection makes my ears burn. That happens when I sense danger. Eventually, I'll go back to my scribe duties. Until the next adventure. Everly's traveling around Tamriel, leading the life of a wandering hero. She writes now and then to tell me stories of her adventures. I'm proud of who she's become. If I hear from her, I'll let her know I saw you. Continued to investigate the recollection. Nothing new to report. I hope that Sorrelin would help my efforts. She's smart and would make a good partner. Doing research, I mean. Keep your ears open. Follow any shouts for help. Clear the rubble.
Thank the eight. I thought that was my grave.
Okay, aside now. You're safe now. Go join your family.
Sorrelin, you're alive!
Baragon! Oh. Who's your friend? I had no idea the ground would shake so violently when I asked Baragon to meet me here. Nature is nothing if not unpredictable. I also didn't expect him to bring a guest. So, who are you? Friend, helping people in dangerous situations sounds just like Baragon. Can't fault him for accepting help. I asked him to join me in Ostermere because I found something amazing. Miraculous, even. He needs to see it for himself. No. The only way Baragon can understand this discovery is by experiencing it himself. How about we all see it together? It's down in the Ayleid ruins nearby. I'll show you both. It truly is remarkable. Baragon's an old friend. He'll appreciate my discovery. I hope you do as well. The ruins are to the southeast of the village. Meet me. In addition to being a green speaker, I study Ayleids and the history of the Wild Elves for the University of Gwylem. The nearby ruins called out to me the moment I noticed them. And what I discovered... No, you really must see it. Why wouldn't I be? All Bosmer can trace their lineage directly to the ancient Ayleids. Well, almost all. This history surprises many people and can be controversial. A disgusting bigotry toward Bosmer pervades scholars from other cultures. To them, we're not worthy of such a noble ancestry. But plainly, they're wrong. You should read my book. It contains all the...
These creatures only exist in the Dawnwood. They look so strange.
Can never have enough of that.
Help! The vines won't let me go! Thanks. Even the plants want to kill me.
All prepared!
My sister's trapped! We need help! It hurts so much, sister. I know, little bug. Please, help me move this. Thank you. I'm never coming back here.
Sorrelin wants to meet at the ruins east of here. Let's go. I don't see Greenspeaker Sorrelin. Wait. A body on the ground. They're wearing recollection gear. Grab that note. Wildburn seed? Not sure what that could be, but the handwriting at the bottom, that's Sorrelin's. The handwriting at the bottom of the note is definitely Sorrelin's. Running into ruins alone is just like her. But I didn't expect the recollection to be here. She's heading into more danger than she realizes. I've never heard of a seed, but the Wood Elves of Vashabar use Wildburn to refer to the strange blight along the edge of the New Forest. Worry about that later. Let's focus on finding Greenspeaker Sorrelin before she runs afoul of the recollection. We're off to face the recollection again, my friend. Those fanatics seem to be everywhere these days. We dealt with them once, so this should be easy, right? Let's head into the Rust Wall. That's too close to Skingrad for comfort. What were they doing there? And I've heard of Tribune Alea. She commands a legion cohort and handles special tasks for Count Calantius. If she fought the Recollection, I should look her up. Daedra? Oh, that's not good. Now it's even more imperative I figure out exactly who the Recollection is and what their goals are. Maybe we can learn something in these ruins. Just that it's what the Wood Elves of Vashabar call the narrow band of devastation that runs along the northern edge of the New Forest. It separates the rest of Westweald from Dawnwood. I'm not sure what a Wildburn seed is, but I plan to find out. Those vines, that's the entrance to the ruins. Let's find Sorrelin first, friend. I knew it. The place is thick with the Recollection. Sorrelin's up ahead. What's she looking at?
Do you feel it, Baragon? The grandeur of our history.
You're right. These ruins are incredible.
Do you feel it? The power of the Ayleids pervades this place. Millennia separate us from the Heartland High Elves, but I can feel their legacy flowing through my blood. It pains me to see their glory buried in these ruins. This was all for Baragon's benefit. You're just an unintended spectator. I brought Baragon here to remind him of his Ayleid heritage. The Recollection remembers their past. This land belonged to the Ayleids, and we Bosmer are their rightful heirs. Not at all, but some of their beliefs match my own. All that aside, I wanted to show Baragon what I found. A new type of seed. It's similar to what we Greenspeakers use to grow and shape tree villages, but different. It thrums with unique potential. Bugshells! Surprise ruined! I wanted to show him the Wildburn seed. Talk to him, discuss the Recollection, both the good points and the bad. I suppose he'll want to take the seed before the Recollection does. I suggest you hurry. They're close. The Wildburn seed grows deep in the ruins. I suggest we split up. I'll lead the Recollection on a merry chase while you and Baragon find the seed. And don't worry, I'm sure we'll meet up along the way. And Baragon, remember your history. This style of architecture dates back to the late Merethic era. It combines majesty with practicality, so probably a place for Daedra worship and training. These Ayleids seem to have been particularly fond of someone they called the Prince of Paths. As I said, I plan to keep some of their attention on me instead of you. After that, well, I'm very stealthy. I have no doubt I can elude their patrols. And if...
These ruins.
Was that the last of them? Oh, thank feck.
Sorrelin has a point. These ruins are too wondrous to let sit forgotten.
joins the Born's armatures.
Sorelin, up on the walkway. That's how it works, Sorelin. The new replaces the old.
Together!
What? Sorelin, come back!
Keep your guard up until you've got your footing.
Now she's up on the ledge.
Join me, Baragon. The Recollection needs wood elves like you. We can finally claim our rightful inheritance.
You're with the Recollection? Cracked acorns, what are you thinking? Follow her! Sorelin joined the Recollection? But they're murderers! Ah, this can't be right. I just need to talk to her. Blight and root rot! Maybe she's under a spell or a curse or something. Let's her... How could Sorelin join the Recollection? They're murderers!
I don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to. Those doors. Let's try there. We need to find that seed. Sorelin, talk to me! I can't let you take that seed! I won't fight you, Baragon. There are other seeds than these.
I'll go after her. Grab the seed and follow after me!
Combine strength. married. The Recollection seeks justice, Baragon, for all Bosmer!
Spilled blood and displaced families aren't justice!
We've been friends forever! Why won't you trust me?
The Recollection destroyed this village! Who knows what other harm the rapid growth caused?
I thought you'd understand! I thought you were vision! Goodbye, Baragon!
No, Sorlin, wait! I couldn't catch her. I've known Sorlin for almost my whole life. I cared about her, considered her a friend, perhaps more. Why didn't I see that she had been taken in by the Recollection? Maybe I could have done something. Blight, this hurts. She always claimed Ayleid land belonged to the Wood Elves, but that was purely academic before. Sounds like the Recollection promised to make it real. Could be why they wanted the Wildburn seed. Speaking of which, did you get it? I've never seen a seed like this before. It feels wrong. You're working with Laramil, right? She needs to know what we discovered here. Meet us back in Skingrad. I have a townhouse there. Oh, and take this. You more than deserve it for helping me. Sure, my lifelong friend joined a violent cult, but you and I actually did some real good today. We saved people in Ostermere and kept this seed away from the Recollection. When you're ready, meet Laramil and me at my townhouse in Skingrad. I have little experience with either, so any speculation is merely a guess. If Ostermere was truly the epicenter of the new forest growth, the land there could simply be unstable. Or perhaps Ifray shook the ground to warn us and get our attention. I'm not sure. They certainly spout rhetoric that matches many of her closely held beliefs. I thought those beliefs were simply musings, but the Recollection seeks to put them into deadly practice. Be sure, when next we meet, I plan to ask her why. I can't believe we found a corrupted seed at Ostermere. That the Recollection somehow caused the new forest to overgrow Westweald. Or that my friend Sorlin was involved. Laramil wants to talk to you, but I'd like to hear what else you discovered. An invasion launched from Rostwall Estate would have taken Skingrad completely by surprise. I'm glad that you and the Tribune were there to stop them. But the Recollection working with Daedra? That's a troubling new development. By reputation, we only just met. I know she does troubleshooting for Count Calantius, so I figured I might run into her eventually. She apparently heard about me too, and just showed up on my doorstep. You learn anything else out there? Ethelia, the Daedric prince you and Laramil are looking for? You met her? Incredible! But why is the Recollection looking for her? Didn't they... never mind. I think you should talk to Laramil now. I need to consider all this.
Our initial investigations are complete, Proxy. Let us speak. Encountering a material confirmation of... that is, I thought it would take longer for us to find and confront Ethelia in person. We determined that my suspicions about the Frayed Fates proved correct. Each location had a connection to Athelia. That the Recollection and the Miramor Daedra seek to restore Athelia to power. They cause the New Forest and Wildburn devastation. And Athelia wanders West-Weald, starting to remember. For helping me reach these conclusions, take this reward. Speak with Baragon. See if he has a thought about our next steps. Athelia's presence untethers all consequences. It makes it nearly impossible for me to perceive the threads of fate, let alone determine which threads to follow. Most people do not bear the responsibility of preserving reality itself. If we guess wrong about what we must do, or simply fail to do it, disaster ensues. I do not like to leave such decisions to chance when the stakes are so high. Trust in Baragon's knowledge of the Recollection. There is an anomaly I wish to look into while you and he pursue the cultists and ferret out their plans. Perhaps the Wildburn seed you found in Ostermere is the place to start. I shall find you later.
I've been thinking about Ostermere and your investigations with Laramil and Tribune Alea. The Recollection was involved each time. We need to determine what they're planning next. Maybe the Wildburn seed we found in Ostermere can help us do that. I'm not a green speaker or a spinner, but I know a corrupted seed when I see one. If we can trace it to its source, I think we can find the Recollection. Luckily, there are experts on this sort of thing close by, in the wood elf town of Vashabar. Bosmer who honor the green wouldn't have anything to do with the Wildburn seed. But I want to show the seed we recovered to a green speaker. If they can tell us more about it, it might lead us right to the Recollection. Help me, and I'll pay your way. Here, just to be safe, you should carry the Wildburn seed. Greenspeaker Derelith in Vashabar should be able to tell us something about it. Just follow the Gold Road into Dawnwood and turn north. Tribune Alea and I will meet you there. I know, it's too much. During my adventuring days, I helped a wealthy Colovian family. They rewarded me with the deed to a grand old empty townhouse. I had enough gold to make this place livable, and it seemed a waste not to use it. I've lived all over Tamriel, and Skingrad is a nice enough city. Always something happening here, and we get news from across the continent. It wasn't until recently that the people of Westweald started looking askance at wood elves. Since the appearance of the New Forest, what the Bosmer of Vashabar called Dawnwood, the rest of Westweald has grown nervous and suspicious of all wood elves. I've lived here for years, but suddenly I'm an outsider. Things could get ugly. Yes, I'm confused by that as well. Green speakers are mages who work within the Green Pact to shape the forest to meet their needs. Every wood elf village has a green speaker to grow new pod homes or shape useful tools. It's an art my people cherish. You saw what I saw at Ostermere. My old friend Soraline has lost her way. If she had a hand in the use of Wildburn seeds, then she's turned her back on the Green Pact. I'm not sure she can do that and still call herself a green speaker.
What exactly are you implying, Colovian?
I'm not implying. I'm saying it outright. This land wasn't yours to grow a forest over.
That's enough, Tribune.
Fine. You and the mercenary handle it.
Apologies, Green Speaker. What can you tell us about the seed my friend is carrying?
A Colovian soldier can't just stroll into our town and throw around accusations. If not for Baragon, He may not be part of our settlement, but his good works are known to us. Well, what is it? What did you bring to show me? Does he? Well, let me take a look. This appears to be a green spring seed, but it's unlike any that I've ever worked with before. It's infused with strange energy. Green spring seeds are what green singers use to grow new sections of forest and shape them into enclosures and settlements. We use some to create Vashabar, but this one is corrupted. Still, something familiar. Wait, I've sensed this before. I was out exploring. Dawnwood may be a blessing, but I'm curious as to its origin. And the devastated area troubles me. I ran into wood elves with a covered cart. There was a whiff of strange magic about it. It must have been one of these seeds. Here, I'll mark your map. I met the wood elves with a covered cart in the hills east of Leftwheel. If you find more of these corrupted seeds, burn them. And don't worry, I'll destroy the one you gave me after I finish examining it. The Tribune sees a threat in the eyes of every Bosmer, but she may not be wrong. I've heard rumors, secret gatherings, elves taking up paths walked before we accepted the Green Pact. Some who follow the Dawnway may be tied to the recollection. Our new settlement consists of two Bosmer factions, those who observe the Green Pact and those who follow the Dawnway. These elves cultivate crops and harvest wood, but they would never abuse the Green's gifts by corrupting a Green Spring ritual. We Wood Elves are children of the Green. Long ago, we swore to never harm the living forest. We do not cut wood or pluck fruit. In exchange, the forest shelters us and shapes itself to our needs. Those who follow the Dawnway walk a different path. We had nothing to do with the appearance of Dawnwood. King Nantharion tells us that it is a natural extension of Valenwood. That its sudden growth is proof that we are meant to reclaim our rightful heritage of this land. Dawnwood is what we call this new forest. Valenwood lies to the south, just across the Strid River. King Nantharion gathered Bosmer, who wanted a fresh start and took advantage of the new forest to build the Vashabar settlement. That makes no sense. No ritual I know of can make a forest grow so quickly. If the corrupted Greenspring seed, this Wildburn seed, is capable of that, I really must study it. I need to determine if the seed's taint has spread into the green. I need to conduct tests, make a detailed study. But if I had to guess, I think it carries a whiff of Daedric magic, which could explain the unprecedented explosion of energy and the area of devastation along the border, the Wildburn. The Tribune sees a threat in the eyes of every Bosmer, but she may not be wrong. I've heard rumors, secret gatherings, elves taking up paths walked before we accepted the Green Pact. Some who follow the Dawnway may be tied to the recollection.
Now that she mentioned it, I've heard of Greenspring seeds. If the recollection was able to corrupt the sacred seeds of the green with Daedric magic, that's unthinkable. Before we go look for that cart, we should talk to King Nantharion first. King Nantharion's an interesting person, charismatic, a visionary. He saw an opportunity and rallied Wood Elves to follow him and start this settlement. As I understand it, he leans toward the Dawnway more than the Green. We need to warn him that his followers are in danger. While drawing Wood Elves away from the Green is next to impossible, Green speaker Sorrelin notwithstanding, the followers of the Dawnway are ripe to be recruited by the recollection. The king needs to know.
But aren't you curious where it came from? Forests like this don't
King
usually
Nantharion
spring
sees
up
no
so
one
quickly.
without good cause.
Why should we care?
We have good cause. We've come to warn him of a danger to Vashabar.
Very well. But the legionary must remain here.
Fine. I'll wait here.
Thank you, Tribune.
And what about the
Come, friend.
devastated region between Dawnwood and the rest of Weald?
Greetings, stranger. All are welcome in Vashabar. But tell me, who enters my humble abode with Baragon, the hero of Ninglinair Pass? And what was that about a danger to our unassuming town? The recollection? Yes, we have heard of this new order, but it has nothing to do with Vashabar. Do you really expect to find such violent agitators in this peaceful hamlet? Greenspeaker Sorlin helped us settle Dawnwood and build our town, but I haven't seen her in weeks. I assumed she had done her part and returned to Valenwood. Not everyone is prepared to break away from the familiar and start anew. A wild burn seed? I've never heard of such a thing. But then again, I'm not a greenspeaker or a spinner. And what did Derelith make of this strange seed? I know she's been trying to determine how our Dawnwood came to be. Does she suspect a connection? That's not far from Hoperoot, our new settlement. Count Calantius has refused our offers of cooperation, so I cannot assist you directly. But if you learn anything more that you feel I should know, find me at Hoperoot. Hoperoot lies to the north of Vashabar, just before you enter the devastated region. I'll be there, supervising the establishment of our next settlement. Good luck to you, adventurer. All are welcome in Dawnwood, no matter their beliefs. Some follow the Green Pact, others seek a new path, the Dawn Way. You know, the roots of the Dawn Way are all around us, which is why I think the Green provided this new forest and led us here. Were you not aware that we stand upon the realms of the Saliak? You may call them aliens. They are the ancestors of my people. The ruins all around are not their legacy. No, their legacy are the Bosmer. Ayleid blood runs through our veins. Like many Bosmer, I am acquainted with the heroic tales of Baragon Sharpdagger. I spotted him in our town recently and made sure to refresh myself on his exploits. He saved many Bosmer at Ninglinair, or so I hear. You should ask him about it. I am the leader of the Dawnwood settlements of Vashabar and Hoperoot. The Bosmer I lead wanted no further part in the endless struggle for the Imperial throne. So when the Green extended the forest north into Westweald, I sought his aside. The lands between Skingrad and Kvatch were all but abandoned after the troubles of the last decade. The Strid Vale was a frontier ready to be settled. When the Green extended the forest, I led my people out of Sylvanar to build a new home here. I am the son of a noble family of Sylvanar, House Rill. Under the Second Empire, we ruled with little interference from Cyrodiil or Eldenroot. Many elves still remember those days with fondness. I accepted this crown when the people offered it to me.
We'll meet you near Leftwheel, friend. If there's another seed there, we need to find it.
You were in there for a while? What did Nantharian have to say? The Count doesn't know Nantharian. He and his wood elves showed up right after the new forest appeared without so much as a by your leave. Is it any wonder the Count doesn't trust him? Did Nantharian say anything about the recollection? Not involved. Of course he'd say that. As for reporting to Nantharian, that depends on what we find. I serve Count Calantius and the Legion, not some self-declared king. Let's meet at the spot the Green Speaker indicated, and go look for that seed. If you have a weapon, I need a hand. Ah, my comrade from Rustwall. What luck. I need your help once again. Do you hear the sounds of combat? The fight for Feldegaard Keep already rages. Daedric forces seek to overwhelm the Legion cohort defending the keep. The legionaries here are capable, but there's something about this attack. We can't let the keep fall. I need to get inside and help them. In addition to defending the major roads to the north and east, Its proximity to the devastated area and the new forest make it integral to the protection of the Wheeled Heartland. What say you? Care to take a Legion commission and help me end this? We need to take stock of the situation before we head inside. Stumbling into a I tried to convince Count Calantius to assign more legionaries to guard Rustwall, but as the Legion is already stretched thin, he was only willing to send periodic patrols. I did a little scouting before you arrived and immediately ran into a squadron of Daedra. Shardborn Dremora from the looks of it, but other Daedra as well. Now I want to head to the Overlook and get a better view of the current situation. The Legion built the keep late in the First Era as part of Riemann Cyrodiil's initial Imperial expansion. It's seen quite a few battles over the centuries. Now we use it to protect the trade roads and to keep an eye on the new forest. Head to the Market Overlook. We'll take stock of the situation there. Damn, they breached the wall. Let's talk strategy, comrade. Damn. The Daedra have surrounded the keep and breached the fort's outer wall. The situation is worse than I thought. We need to get in there and help them. The legionaries barricaded the area past the breach. Can't go through there. There's a side entrance to the southwest. It's obscured by overgrowth, so there's a good chance it hasn't been noticed. We'll try that way. Then we find Commander Marion. Marion commands the troops stationed at Feldegard. He's stubborn, but has an excellent tactical mind. He'll know exactly how we can help once we get in there. The door is recessed between a gap and some rocks. I wouldn't call it a hidden entrance, but it's easy to miss if you don't know about it. I'll point it out. Once inside, we'll find Commander Marion. He'll tell us how we can help. Tough as forged iron and sharp as a rapier. I've seen... Stay alert while we look for Commander Marion.
Commander! They're climbing over the walls! We can't...
Tribune! Praise the gods, we can use your help.
He's up on the wall. How can we help, Commander?
Stendar's blood, it's good to see you. We need all the swords we can get. And anyone traveling with Tribune Alea is always welcome in a fight. Those Daedra are pummeling us. I need something done to hold them back. The most immediate threat is that they are slipping in all over the keep. I need to contain them in one spot if I'm going to bring my forces to bear. If we slow their progress and cut off their entry points, they'll regroup at the breach in the wall. Since my soldiers are up to their ears in Daedra, you're gonna slow down the assault. Go around the keep and reset some traps that we planted. As you do that, burn the ropes those Daedra are using to climb over the walls. You'll have to cut down an enemy or two, no question. But your primary objective is to reset those traps and burn those ropes. My legionaries can handle the rest. After that, meet me in the main courtyard. If you have questions, make them quick. They are Daedra. They look funny, smell weird, and don't give a damn about dying. Call themselves Shardborn, but otherwise haven't made any demands. They want my keep. I'll bring every stone here down upon their heads before I let that happen.
That'll stop any Daedra, if they have legs. Didn't even know Daedra could climb ropes. You need those hands to fight.
I hope this makes them mad. That's all of the traps. I hope they hurt. That's all the ropes I can see. Good work. Commander, the ballista's destroyed. They'll breach the courtyard soon.
Blasted clever Daedra. Meet me in the courtyard.
Let the Legionaries handle the Daedra. We need to reach the commander.
We'll guard this passage and fend off
The courtyard
any
is
Daedra.
through those doors.
Tribune, get that ballista in working order. Mercenary, you get the fun part. We thought those barricades would hold longer. Those blasted Daedra broke through when our backs were turned and damaged our last ballista. My legionaries set up another barricade, but it may not last for long. That's where you come in, mercenary. If the Daedra can't get close to the barricade, they can't knock it down. So we'll set it on fire. My legionaries already brought up oil. I need you to pour it over the barricade. Soak it well, then come back here. Tribune Alea will repair the ballista while you douse the barricade in oil. Once it's ready, launch a flaming bolt into the oil and set it ablaze. That should hold their advance and create a kill zone. I gave you an order, mercenary. Get to it. Grab that bucket of oil first. Now pour the oil around the barricades. Tribune, take a look out. Mercenary, finish repairing the ballista. The parts are by the back wall.
Commander, I see 2 Legionaries trapped outside the barricade.
That did it! Now arm that ballista, target the oil, and set it ablaze. That should hold them back. Now crush those Daedra!
At this. Oh, I probably shouldn't be proud of that.
Lost the Legionary.
Off with you, Swit!
Nice targeting, mercenary. Get ready for the next wave.
We lost the Legionary. There's too many Daedra.
You lead.
Keep it up. I see another wave approaching. for the ballista. Tribune, look sharp!
Daedra emerging through the north door. With me, comrade.
Get down there and find out where they're coming from.
We crushed the Daedra's frontal assault and stopped them from getting past the barricade. But the ones who emerged from the barracks, where did they come from? Living quarters. The barracks extend beneath the keep, and a dungeon is below that. I'm not sure how the Daedra could get in down there, but we should take a look. There's one more curious thing about this assault. Where's the Daedric commander? This attack is much too coordinated to not have a leader. Find the commander, and maybe we can sever the head of this army. Let's search the barracks for another breach. And keep watch for any Daedra that looks to be in charge. How were the barracks falling with Daedra? Ballista storage. See that lift? It brings them up into the courtyard.
I'm agreeable.
The armory's just through those doors. Be ready for anything. That must be their commander. Keep low.
Go! Take your forces and capture the keep. I will gather reinforcements in Miramor. As you command, Shard Marshal Vargas.
We need to talk, comrade. I wondered when Shard Marshal Vargas would turn up again. I still owe her for Rustwall. And she has a new sword. Did you see how it opened a portal? Brought in reinforcements from someplace she called Miramor. We need to take that blade. Usually I'd leap the railing and rush into battle, but who knows what else that blade can do. I'd rather not be turned into a mud crab or something. Let's split up. If we attack her from two sides, we'll split her focus. Then we can take her down. Go around the side to that gateway across from here. I could still leap this railing. Some Oblivion plane?
An attack? You dare!
blade, Vargas!
Take Abolisher if you can, mortal! No! Kill then, my Shardborn! Recover Abolisher! The Shardborn are endless, mortal! More! I need more warriors!
She called the blade Abolisher. It's all yours, comrade.
Abolisher will be mine again, mortals. We shall definitely meet again.
Perhaps I'll ask about the portal later. Right now, I want to know if the keep is secure.
You give the report, comrade.
The battle out here appears to be over, except for a few straggling Daedra. Are we in the clear? What did you find in the barracks? And how did you wind up emerging from a portal? Portals under the keep. Well, that's an unexpected tactic. But I'm glad you and the Tribune took care of it. Without reinforcements, the remaining Daedra shouldn't pose too much of a problem for my legionaries. As safe as can be expected. We are a military installation, after all. We'll wipe out the remaining Daedra, then begin rebuilding the keep. I expect Tribune Alea will want a final word or two with you before you go. After this beating, who can say? Daedra don't behave in any rational way that I ever noticed. But we'll shore up the barricades, rebuild the wall. And there's always my tried and true methods. Fire and traps. Always go with proven tactics, I say.
You didn't hesitate to leap through the portal after me. You do this sort of thing pretty regularly, don't you? Shard Marshal Vargas got away, though. That's on me. I swear I'll get her next time. But that place... the sky looked like cracked glass. Mirrormore. What a desolate place. Did the Shardborn come from there? Maybe Baragon or Laramil can tell us more. We should also have them examine the blade. What did Vargas call it? Abolisher. Huh. Would it be alright if I took the sword to them? I'll help bury the dead and then take Abolisher to Skingrad. Maybe Laramil or Baragon can make sense of it. I want you to know I appreciate your help here, comrade. Take this and consider your commission with the Legion over. For now. A good officer gives credit where credit is due. You did good, comrade. Veldegard Keep needs to rebuild and do some cleanup, but we repelled an invasion and gained a valuable tool. Not bad for a day's work. If only I could shake this feeling. A sense that things are going to get worse before they get better. Recollection cultists prowling the region, Daedra boldly attacking the keep, magical blades that open portals as easily as I can open a door. Something bigger is coming. I know it.